Do you ever find yourself tossing and turning at night, wishing you could just get a full, restful sleep? Maybe you wake up feeling stiff and tired, even after you thought you got enough hours. It's frustrating, isn't it? You might feel like you're doing everything right, trying to stay active, eating reasonably well, but something still feels off. And perhaps you've noticed that maintaining your strength, keeping those muscles feeling firm and capable, feels like an uphill battle lately. It can feel like your body just isn't cooperating, like the effort you put in isn't giving you the results you used to see. This slow decline in energy and strength, the restless nights, it can really start to chip away at your confidence and make simple, everyday tasks feel harder than they should. Well, what if I told you that something you might be eating or drinking every single night, without even thinking about it, could be a major culprit behind both your restless nights and that feeling that your muscles just aren't bouncing back or getting stronger like they used to? It's true. There's a surprising connection between what you put into your body right before you head off to bed and your body's ability to get deep, restorative sleep, as well as its crucial work of repairing and building muscle while you rest. In this video, we're going to shine a light on this often overlooked link. We'll talk about specific things that might be sneaking into your evening routine, disrupting your sleep cycles, and actually interfering with your body's natural process of muscle growth and repair that happens overnight. We'll explore exactly why these things are problematic and, more importantly, what simple, practical changes you can make starting tonight to sleep better and give your muscles the support they need. This isn't about drastic diets or complicated routines. It's about making small, informed choices that can have a big impact on how you feel every single day. So make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I will share one thing that might really surprise you about your bedtime habits and the difference a small shift can make. So, let's dive right into the first potential issue that might be sabotaging your rest and your muscle health without you even realizing it. Many of us, after a long day, look forward to dinner. It's a time to relax, maybe share a meal with family or friends. And sometimes, that meal is hearty, comforting, and maybe a little on the rich side. Perhaps it's a lovely pasta dish with a rich cream sauce. Or maybe you enjoyed a flavorful curry, or even a nice piece of fried chicken. These meals can be delicious, and there's certainly a place for them in a balanced diet. However, when consumed late in the evening, especially close to bedtime, they can become a significant obstacle to both restful sleep and efficient muscle repair. Think about what happens after you eat a large, heavy meal. Your digestive system kicks into high gear. It requires a lot of energy and blood flow to break down that food, absorb the nutrients, and process everything. When you then lie down horizontally soon after eating, gravity isn't helping things along. This can lead to uncomfortable symptoms like indigestion, bloating, heartburn, or acid reflux. That burning sensation in your chest or the feeling of food sitting heavily in your stomach makes it incredibly difficult to relax and fall asleep comfortably. You might toss and turn, trying to find a position that feels right, or you might drift off but find yourself waking up frequently throughout the night because of the discomfort. Now, how does this tie into muscle growth? Well, your body does some amazing work while you sleep. This is the time when your muscles, which might have experienced tiny tears during the day from everyday activities or exercise, begin the process of repair and growth. This process, called muscle protein synthesis, is crucial for maintaining strength, preventing sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and keeping you feeling capable and independent. It relies on having enough protein building blocks available, which hopefully you ate during the day, and also on getting into those deep, restorative sleep cycles. When your sleep is fragmented and disrupted by digestive discomfort, your body isn't getting the sustained period of deep sleep it needs for optimal repair. The energy and resources that could be going into muscle protein synthesis are instead being diverted to dealing with that heavy meal and the resulting discomfort. Imagine your body as a busy factory working on different tasks at night. Task A is muscle repair and strengthening. Task B is digesting that late, heavy meal and dealing with the resulting indigestion. If task B is demanding a huge amount of attention and resources, making you uncomfortable, waking you up, keeping your brain alert because of the irritation. Task A, the muscle building, gets put on the back burner or only gets minimal resources. It's like trying to have a serious conversation with someone who is constantly distracted by a noisy background. The message doesn't get through effectively. So, what does this mean in practical terms? It means trying to shift your main mealtime earlier in the evening. Aim to finish eating dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your digestive system ample time to process the food while you are still upright and active, reducing the likelihood of discomfort when you lie down. If you find yourself feeling hungry later on, opt for something very light and easily digestible, maybe a small piece of fruit, a few nuts, or a tiny portion of yogurt. Avoid large portions of fatty, spicy, or very rich foods in those final hours before hitting the pillow. For instance, if you typically eat dinner at 8 p.m. and are in bed by 9:30 p.m., see if you can shift dinner to 6:30 p.m. or 7 or 0 p.m. This simple change gives your body a much better chance of settling down for a restful night. Another common culprit that many people underestimate is caffeine, especially when consumed later in the day. We all know caffeine is a stimulant and can keep you awake, but the impact lasts longer than you might think. Depending on your metabolism, caffeine can stay in your system for several hours. That cup of coffee you enjoy after lunch, or even a sneaky soda or dark chocolate snack in the late afternoon, could still be affecting you hours later when you're trying to wind down. Caffeine blocks adenosine, a natural brain chemical that makes you feel tired and promotes sleep. By blocking adenosine, caffeine makes you feel alert, which is great in the morning, but terrible when you're trying to transition into sleep mode. Fragmented sleep caused by caffeine means less time spent in those crucial deep sleep and REM sleep cycles. Deep sleep is particularly important for physical restoration, including the release of growth hormone, which plays a vital role in muscle repair and growth. REM sleep is important for cognitive function and processing. When caffeine interferes with these cycles, you don't just feel tired the next day, you also hinder your body's ability to repair and build itself overnight. Your muscles aren't getting the optimal environment they need to recover and grow stronger. So, the actionable step here is to set a caffeine cutoff time. For most people, stopping caffeine intake by early afternoon, say 2 or 3 p.m., is a good rule of thumb. Experiment a little to see what works best for you. If you love the ritual of a warm drink in the evening, switch to decaf coffee or tea, or choose herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint, which can actually be soothing and promote relaxation. Be mindful of hidden caffeine sources too, like certain soft drinks, energy drinks, though hopefully you're avoiding those, and even some pain relievers. Making this switch might seem small, but freeing your body from caffeine, stimulated wakefulness allows it to naturally prepare for and sink into the deeper stages of sleep that are so vital for feeling refreshed and for supporting your physical health, including maintaining those important muscles. Now that we've talked about the pitfalls of heavy meals and late caffeine, let's move on to another common part of many evening routines that can seriously get in the way. Beyond the heavy meals and sneaky caffeine we just discussed, there's another common element in many evening routines that can seriously undermine your sleep and your body's ability to rebuild muscle: overnight alcohol. For years, there's been a misconception that a glass of wine or a nightcap helps you relax and fall asleep faster. And initially, it might make you feel drowsy and you might even drift off quickly. However, alcohol acts as a sedative at first, but as your body processes it later in the night, it actually disrupts your sleep architecture. It prevents you from spending enough time in REM sleep and deep sleep, which are the most restorative stages. Instead, alcohol-induced sleep tends to be lighter and more fragmented. You might wake up more frequently or spend more time in less restful, superficial sleep stages. Even if you sleep for 8 hours after drinking alcohol, you might wake up feeling unrested and groggy because the quality of that sleep was poor. Think about it. If you wake up multiple times or stay in light sleep, your body never gets that long, uninterrupted period it needs to really dive into repair mode. Muscle protein synthesis, the process of building and repairing muscle fibers, is most active during deep sleep. When alcohol prevents you from reaching and staying in deep sleep, you're essentially shortchanging this vital recovery process. It's like trying to build a house, but only being allowed to work for 10 minutes at a time before having to stop and start over. The construction is inefficient and doesn't result in a strong structure. Regular or significant alcohol consumption in the evening also impacts metabolism and nutrient absorption in ways that aren't conducive to overall health, including muscle health, while the occasional drink with dinner well before bed might not have a huge impact. Relying on a nightcap or drinking alcohol close to bedtime consistently is detrimental to both sleep quality and muscle maintenance. So, the actionable step here is to be mindful of your alcohol intake in the evening. If you choose to have a drink, try to do so earlier with dinner and avoid having more right before bed. Consider swapping that evening glass of wine for a non-alcoholic sparkling water with a slice of lemon, or one of those soothing herbal teas we mentioned. Notice how you feel the next morning when you skip the alcohol before bed. You might find your sleep is deeper, more continuous, and you wake up feeling genuinely more refreshed, which in turn supports your body's ability to recover and feel stronger. Now, let's talk about something that many of us crave, especially when winding down sugary snacks and refined carbohydrates. A bowl of ice cream, cookies, pastries, or even a large portion of white bread or sugary cereal late at night might seem like a comforting treat. However, these foods can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels, which then impacts your sleep. When you consume simple sugars or refined carbs, your blood sugar levels spike quickly. Your body then releases insulin to bring those levels down. As your blood sugar crashes a few hours later, your body might release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to bring it back up. This surge of hormones can actually wake you up in the middle of the night, leaving you alert and struggling to get back to sleep. This cycle of spiking and crashing blood sugar disrupts the continuity and depth of your sleep, similar to the issues caused by alcohol or digestive discomfort. And how does this affect your muscles? Again, fragmented. Poor quality sleep prevents your body from entering and staying in the crucial deep sleep phases where muscle repair happens. Furthermore, consistently high sugar intake can contribute to chronic low-grade inflammation in the body. While not directly blocking muscle protein synthesis in the short term, like poor sleep does, chronic inflammation can impair overall cellular function and recovery processes over time, making it harder for your muscles to stay healthy and respond effectively to activity. So, that late-night sweet treat isn't just empty calories. It's potentially interfering with your body's ability to recover and maintain strength. The practical advice here is to avoid sugary snacks and large portions of refined carbs in the hours leading up to bedtime. If you are truly hungry and need a small snack, choose something balanced that combines a little protein and healthy fat, which helps stabilize blood sugar. A small handful of almonds, a few slices of apple with a dab of nut butter, or a tiny amount of Greek yogurt can be good options. These types of snacks provide some nutrients without causing the dramatic blood sugar swings that disrupt sleep. Making this switch from reaching for the cookie jar to a more balanced option can make a significant difference in how soundly you sleep and how well your body recovers overnight. Finally, there's one more thing many people do right before bed that seems harmless but can interrupt that precious sleep, and that is drinking large amounts of liquid. Staying hydrated throughout the day is incredibly important for overall health, including muscle function. Muscles are mostly water. However, chugging a big glass of water, tea, or any other beverage right before you get into bed is almost guaranteed to lead to at least one trip to the bathroom during the night. Waking up to go to the restroom, even if you fall back asleep quickly, still breaks your sleep cycle. These interruptions, even if brief, prevent you from getting those long, uninterrupted stretches in deep and REM sleep. Repeated awakenings, regardless of the reason, prevent your body from completing the full sleep cycles it needs. Each cycle of sleep progresses through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Waking up early in a cycle means you have to start over, and you might not accumulate enough time in the most restorative stages. As we've discussed, deep sleep is key for growth hormone release and muscle repair. Constantly interrupting that process by needing to get up diminishes its effectiveness. It's a simple, physical interruption, but its impact on sleep quality and thus on your body's recovery and muscle health is real. The actionable step is simple: focus on your hydration throughout the day, sipping water regularly, but try to taper off your liquid intake in the couple of hours leading up to bedtime. You still need to take any necessary medications, of course, and a small sip of water for that is fine. But avoid large glasses of anything in the hour or two before you plan to sleep. This might require a bit of planning, ensuring you get enough water earlier in the day. But it can significantly reduce those middle-of-the-night awakenings and help you achieve more continuous, restorative sleep by being mindful of these seemingly small habits, avoiding heavy meals, late caffeine, alcohol, sugary snacks, and excessive liquids right before bed. You create a much better environment for your body to do its essential overnight work of repairing and building muscle, ensuring you get the deep, quality sleep you need to wake up feeling stronger and more energetic. So, we've journeyed through some of the surprisingly common pitfalls that can disrupt your sleep and interfere with your body's natural muscle building process that happens while you rest. We talked about how those comforting but heavy or spicy late-night meals can trigger indigestion that keeps you awake and distracts your body from repair work. We explored how that seemingly innocent afternoon or evening caffeine can linger in your system, blocking the signals that tell your body it's time to wind down and preventing you from getting into those crucial deep sleep stages. We also looked at how alcohol, while it might make you feel sleepy at first, actually fragments your sleep later in the night, robbing you of restorative rest. And we uncovered how sugary snacks and refined carbs can cause blood sugar roller coasters that wake you up, while contributing to issues that make overall recovery harder. Finally, we touched on the simple fact that too much liquid right before bed leads to interrupted sleep, preventing those long stretches of deep rest needed for your body to truly recover and build. It might feel like a lot to consider, but the wonderful news is that addressing these issues isn't about drastic lifestyle overhauls. It's about making small, informed adjustments. Think of it as simply clearing the path for your body to do what it naturally wants to do: rest deeply, repair efficiently, and maintain its strength. Every night you make one of these small changes, you are giving your body a better opportunity to succeed. You are supporting your sleep quality, which in turn directly supports your muscle health, your energy levels, your mood, and your ability to stay active and independent. Remember, losing muscle strength isn't an inevitable consequence of getting older that you have no control over. While some decline is natural, you have significant power to slow it down and even rebuild strength by supporting your body in the right ways. And getting quality sleep is one of the most powerful tools you have in your arsenal. It's during those quiet hours that your muscles repair from the day's activities. Growth hormone is released, and your body recovers on a cellular level. When you remove the obstacles we discussed, the late-night digestive stress, the stimulants, the sleep disruptions, you create the optimal environment for this vital work to happen. Perhaps the most surprising thing about all of this is just how quickly you might start to notice a difference. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Try focusing on just one or two of these points this week. Maybe commit to no caffeine after 2 p.m. Or try finishing dinner an hour earlier. Or swap your usual late-night snack for something lighter. Pay attention to how you feel in the morning. You might be genuinely surprised by how much more rested you feel, how much more energy you have, and even how your muscles feel a little less stiff and more ready for the day. This isn't about being perfect. It's about progress and empowering yourself with knowledge. You have the ability to make these simple choices that can profoundly improve your sleep and help you maintain your strength, allowing you to continue doing the things you love with energy and vitality. I'd love to hear which of these points resonated most with you, or if you've already discovered that changing a late-night habit made a big difference for your sleep or energy. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others watching. If you found this information valuable and feel inspired to make some positive changes, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps YouTube show it to more people who could benefit from it. And if you're new here and want more practical, easy to understand tips on senior health, maintaining your independence, boosting your energy, and living a vibrant life at any age, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Taking care of yourself, especially as we get older, is an act of self-love and a way to ensure you can keep enjoying life to the fullest. Little steps like being mindful of what you eat and drink before bed can make a world of difference to your sleep quality, your energy levels, and your physical strength. Keep making those wonderful choices for yourself. Live your best life at every age.